Hi, I'm Kaushal, faculty for CFA at EduPristine, here to give you a brief description about the CFA curriculum. The CFA designation earned by a CFA charter holder is the most prestigious designation in the global finance investment industry. A CFA charter holder gets the ticket to work in the global investment banks and the global asset management firms. While we have seen that the CFA charter holder tends to earn premium salaries in the investment banking market, we also know that the CFA curriculum is not as expensive as a typical regular MBA program. On a typical MBA program, a candidate or a graduate spends more than $10,000 whereas to pursue the CFA curriculum, you just have to spend as less as $3,000. While no other course or no other qualification in finance can guarantee you a job in the investment banking industry, the CFA curriculum does a smart job. It helps you to stand out of the crowd and makes you competent enough to compete with other job seekers in the investment field and in the investment world. So what is this all about? The CFA exam consists of 3 levels. In the level 1, you get immense knowledge about different areas of finance. You get a broader perspective of understanding what finance is when you are exposed to topics like corporate finance, financial reporting, or maybe equity, portfolio management, alternative investment, fixed income, or derivatives. When you are getting an exposure to these all topics, you make yourself competent enough to deal with the big guns in level 2 and level 3. Where when you inch towards level 2, you try to get more immense knowledge and you try to get thorough, in-depth understanding on all these topics once again. And that's where the curriculum becomes a little bit more difficult, but at that cost, it also helps in enhancing your skills and knowledge which is required to make you stand out of the crowd. After clearing level 2, you move in towards level 3, where you are exposed to a new format of exam which you call it as an essay writing or a structured response. In the structured response type of exam, you tend to be more practical with the real world questions and the real world scenarios, making you filtered enough to deal with the practical world and the real time life scenarios of different people and different investors. After earning the charter, you get your degree, which makes you stand out in the crowd and makes you competent enough to work in the investment banking industry. So my overall experience at EduPristine training my students says that we have seen exceptionally brilliant results from our candidates who enroll at our centers. I have been training my students for more than 300 hours and we have seen great results from our students. What we do best in this education system and what we do best in this style of training is we try to provide the best course materials and calculators to our students. We provide them immense training and live classroom discussions and thorough question solvings which makes them competent enough to compete against the real world students. We make sure all the students get a competitive advantage over others, and we also make sure that we leave no stones unturned when it comes to dealing with the exams. In EduPristine, we make sure that all the mental blind spots are checked. We make sure that all the tricks and the tips which is required to clear the exam are met. And we also make sure that the student gets efficient and effective learning from the best faculties in our organization. So, we hope to see you soon at the EduPristine centers in your city, and we also hope and we are looking forward to to get your charter as quick as possible. Cheers.